Hi, greetings everybody. This is Robbie, Otter Woman Standing. I wanted to share with you just some thoughts, some things that have been coming up for me lately, and a few of very similar statements that I keep hearing over and over in different spiritual communities. Whether it's through Facebook or in live circles, things like that. And it's this idea of being human, or our human parts, or our humanness that comes out. And what I'm finding over and over, and what I'm hearing so often, is people referring to the part of us that is human as a negative thing. And so, and maybe you've all heard statements like this, in different circles or conversations where somebody might say, oh gosh, I got so angry that human part of me just came up and took over, or gosh, there was a meme that I saw on Facebook recently that kind of had the same, feeling about it, talking about, oh, the human part, or, getting caught up in the human, stuff. And so I think what I've been feeling and what I've been pondering quite a bit is the idea that our humanness, our human part, as some refer to it, is a bad thing or a negative thing or something that should be pushed aside or dealt with. And I think that this comes up in spiritual communities over and over because of the idea that we are all trying to ascend into enlightenment, and we are all trying to come into that place of enlightenment. And while that is a noble, noble pursuit, we cannot come into a place of enlightenment without fully embracing and understanding that we are here on this planet right now in human form to be human beings. This is what we are. We are the two-leggeds. And here on this beautiful planet, we have the two-leggeds and the four-leggeds and the winged ones. And, I don't think any of us in any spiritual circle would say, or make a comment like, oh, well, that bear, he's just being a bear, he's being his, negative bear self, or that bear part of him showed up. We just wouldn't do that, because what we see and what we acknowledge and what we recognize in all of other creation, all other than the two-leggeds, is the beauty and the spirit that comes with the bear or the eagle or the bee or the snake. And we recognize and honor the spirit that dwells within, but we don't ask the bear to not be a bear. So why would we think that those of us who incarnated in this lifetime into the two-legged human bodies, why would we think that it's a bad thing to exhibit being human? To exhibit all the traits that come along with being human. And to me, what we have been given in these human bodies are the ability to express all of our emotions. Everything from love and joy and gratitude, all the way to grief and anger and fear. And somehow we have come up with this idea that some of these expressions are negative and bad and not good, and that is the expression of being human, and that the expression of joy and love and connectedness and gratitude is the expression of that ascending into enlightenment. But I'm here to tell you, I think that we are meant to experience all parts of being human, or we would not be incarnated in two-legged human bodies. It is up to us to explore and express. And if we get mad, angry, or fearful, to really step into it and learn from it and understand it and keep moving forward, but not to dismiss it. Not to dismiss our behaviors or what we think or what we feel as being human. And I use the air quotes as being human, because you know what? We're all human. We're born in these bodies. We are born in this two-legged expression. So I believe that we need to embrace all of the gifts that come to us as the two-legged tribe on this planet, just like the gifts that come to the four-legged tribe and the gifts that come to the winged ones, the feathered tribe, the rooted beings, the trees. We would never look at a majestic oak tree that might be blowing or swaying in the wind and say, oh, there's that tree just being a tree, you know? So I think what I want to just encourage and to open up for conversation is, why do you think this? Why have we fallen into this pattern of thinking that expressing as human is a bad thing? And that we all want to move outside of being human and move into being these spiritual beings. Well, you know what? We're all spiritual beings. We all have a spirit. Every part of creation, even the ones that most would think don't have spirit, the rocks, the trees, the waters, we all have a spirit. But none of creation tries to be other than what it is. So why do we do that as humans? Why do we do that as human beings? I think it's a good question. So what I want to do is do a little bit of unbrainwashing, and especially for myself, and recognize that being human is a beautiful, powerful thing. And there is a reason why we are in these human bodies, to learn, to explore, to express all of it, all of being human. And that there is no part of being human that is not a good thing. It is all a good thing. So I'm just going to encourage you to take a look at what your thoughts are, what your belief systems are, or what you have come up, maybe gotten trapped in around the idea of being human, because I think we're pretty awesome. I think we're a pretty awesome part of creation. And when we can step into being human with the fullness of our spirit, then there is no limit to what we can do. There is no limit. So let's stop limiting ourselves by saying we're human and recognize the gift in that and the gratitude that we can carry for what we can do in the world today, what we can do for ourselves, for each other, and for all of creation. So let me know what you think about this. I'm very, very interested in what your thoughts are.